and you go ghost from the internet, are you gonna come back to Australia and live here?
I don't know, because I'm still single, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, it depends if someone loves me or not, or if they would go with me, or
well,
I don't know, you know.
We all love you.
What if I have a family, or I don't know. I keep my options open.
The rules of modern dating don't seem to be working the way they once did. Women who invested heavily in appearance, social media popularity, and constant validation are beginning to realize those things don't always translate into lasting commitment. Today, we'll examine why more men appear content walking away instead of rushing toward marriage, and why that shift has surprised so many people. Stay with us until the end as we explore why this conversation continues gaining momentum across the internet.
I was always really lonely. And I can say this not in any kind of arrogant way, because in some way I was for a while like a freakishly beautiful young woman. That period, there was not filters, there was not, like the plastic surgery, not like injections, none of that. It was like at that point to either be a supermodel or on screen, you almost had to be at a freakish, like Olympian level of not just of talent, but also of looks. Like it had to be also unique in a way. I also had a really wild story that made for catnip for the press. It was interesting. And I always gave good quotes. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just had to pretend. A lot of times, like I would have an amazing photo shoot, this great kind of artistic experience with incredible makeup and cool hair and a cool outfit. But after it was done, I would just go home and watch an old movie because I didn't have anyone to go out with or do anything with.
Even while their appearance, influence, and careers may be at their peak, many still admit that they feel alone. Men may look, follow, and occasionally interact, but fewer appear interested in dating seriously, marrying, or building a future with them. That difference is becoming harder to ignore. Being desired for a moment is not the same as being chosen for a lifetime.
My job is very lonely. It comes with being around people who you love, but to be fair, I mean, you are employing these people. It doesn't mean they love you any less. It doesn't mean that you love them any less. It just means that there is a barrier, and that is something that's really hard to come to terms with. It's incredibly lonely. I'm lonely. I want people to embrace me. I kind of live out in sort of far from everyone. I don't think anybody ever really wants to come to my house because it's so far. But it's also just hard making friends. I don't want to have friends in the industry, so I don't. Sometimes I try. Sometimes I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? I mean, like I can relate to them, but I just, it's something that I'm going to struggle with, and I gotta figure it out. I don't think it'll ever be fully figured out, but it's just something that I gotta understand better in order to change things.
There is no complicated mystery behind what is happening. Men are simply becoming more selective about where they invest their time, attention, and resources. What some women view as rejection may actually be men quietly exercising their right to walk away. They are only now discovering that male participation was never guaranteed.
It's a bit of a loneliness epidemic that's upon. It's so sad. Oh, Lily.
I know. It's okay. Let it out.
It felt so easy in my 20s and 30s to fall in love and be in love. No, sometimes I give up hope.
This situation is no longer small enough to dismiss as a few isolated complaints. The frustration is being recorded publicly through videos, podcasts, posts, and emotional conversations across social media. What was once whispered privately is now being discussed openly. The pattern has become too visible to pretend it does not exist.
Dating sucks so bad. Like so bad. In the last couple of weeks, I went on 2 dates that I thought went exceptionally well. And trust me, I have been on quite a few bad and mediocre dates, so I know the difference between a really, really good date and a not so good one. And like I said, yeah, they went really well. I mean, leaving the date, when can I see you again? Let's plan a second date. All to just within the days following to be like, no, actually, I'm sorry, like, I'm not interested in seeing you again. Just so discouraged. Oh my God, I never thought I would get on the internet teary-eyed. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up posting this, or if I do, it'll probably be deleted. I'm on my period and I'm sad. I'm frustrated. I just cannot do this anymore. I just feel like this is so hard. And I feel like I have nobody to relate to, because I am the last single friend. Nobody knows what it's like to be in my position, to be 30 and single and watching all your friends get married and have babies.
Of course, dating feels frustrating when even the men someone considers ordinary are no longer willing to tolerate disrespect or confusion. Ghosting is not admirable, but it often reflects how little enthusiasm exists on either side. A glamorous history does not automatically make someone a desirable long-term partner. Men are increasingly judging compatibility by more than appearance alone.
So this woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, do men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates? They like going to restaurants and trying different foods and things like that. Is it something that they only did because women like to do it? Like if I'm going to get in a relationship and I say I want to go to a restaurant, am I making him do something that he doesn't want to do? A lot of men say they just rather stay home. But what do you guys think?
The men who are expected to arrive later and offer unconditional commitment are beginning to say no. They may have average jobs, average incomes, and ordinary lives, but they still have standards and personal boundaries. Being average does not mean being desperate. Every man has the right to decide what kind of relationship is worth entering.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not a true baddie if you allow your man to tell you what you can and cannot wear. Your man should never ever feel comfortable enough to be able to dictate that. Ever. No excuses, no exceptions. Period. Baddie card revoked immediately.
Some of these women never learned how to communicate with men respectfully or create an environment where a relationship could grow. Male attention was plentiful, but attention was treated as an endless resource rather than an opportunity to build something real. Eventually, men noticed the difference between being appreciated and merely being used. Once that distinction becomes clear, walking away becomes much easier.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
This is not simply an emotional reaction. It is the result of repeated experiences that taught men to behave differently. Many men feel they invested effort, patience, money, and loyalty without receiving mutual respect in return. Instead of continuing the same pattern, they are choosing to take responsibility for their own decisions. Control begins when a man stops volunteering for situations that consistently leave him dissatisfied.
And newsflash, men don't want baddies. Okay, and when I say baddies, I'm talking about independent, beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent, deep women that got their shit going on. They're more infatuated with you rather looking at you as something serious. They will give you all this attention, all these compliments, flirting with you, just to only be infatuated by you and not really like you. Like, they just want to conquer you. And when you're a bad bitch, a lot of these men don't even see you as a wife. They see you as a fucking baby mama. It's honestly disgusting. Are we ready for that conversation?
There is also no need for endless debates about why men should reconsider women they have already decided are incompatible. Men are not required to view every woman as a future wife, mother of their children, or potential partner. Attraction cannot be negotiated, and commitment cannot be demanded. When a man concludes that a relationship offers him no peace, respect, or meaningful future, he is free to keep moving without anger, explanation, or regret. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.